Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, happy spring from me to you. Spring is my favorite season. I just feel like everything is bright, everything is new, everything is light, airy, the days are longer, I'm going to work and leaving work and the sun is out and it is so exciting. I no longer feel like I've been spending the whole day in the office. Does anyone? I hate that. It is so depressing. Spring is going to be so good for my mental health and I'm really looking forward to it. So I thought in celebration of spring, let's go ahead and do a spring makeup look. I want to curate a makeup collection, a spring makeup collection using all of the products that I already own. So this is a new makeup routine using makeup that I already own. It's not really new, but if you know and you've been keeping up with me, I've been decluttering like a lunatic. This past week, I uploaded a declutter of my lipsticks and my lip glosses. Was it Monday? Tuesday? I don't know, a few days ago. But since I recorded that video, I have been wearing all of my new lipsticks that I've had for a really long time. The reality is like, I have so much crap that I oftentimes lose track of what I have. I was talking to one of my subscribers today, but it's like marketing's goal is to make you feel like you need something in order to feel a certain way. And I hate feeling like I need to own something in order to feel more beautiful, in order to feel more put together. When the reality is I don't know like 60% of the things that I own because I just have so much clutter. I have so many things and it just all gets lost in the shuffle. So I'm hoping that this video not only inspires me to use some of the stuff that I already own, but also inspires you to just take a look at what you have, get rid of things that you know you don't like, use things that maybe you haven't given a fair shot or haven't used yet. Let's just look into our collection. Let's save money to do fun activities in the sun instead of spending it on makeup products that I would pretty much guarantee that you and I don't need. We're also going to be doing an eyeshadow declutter. When I did my lipstick and lip gloss declutter, I gave all of my stuff to my two girlfriends and I asked them because I don't wear eyeshadow. I was like, guys, do you use eyeshadow? Like, who the hell uses eyeshadow anymore? And both my girlfriends were like, yeah, we would love your eyeshadow. So we're gonna declutter my eyeshadow collection. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm gonna get rid of so much because you guys know I don't wear eyeshadow. But let's go ahead, let's hop into it. I'm so excited. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, scroll down, make sure you're subscribed and click the bell button next to it. This way you get notification every time a new video goes live here on my channel. But I'm so excited. Let's put on some makeup that I haven't worn in a hot minute together. I am on the journey this year of going from a maximalist to a minimalist, and I really want to see if it's going to do as many great things as I think it's going to do for my mental health. So be sure to let me know down below. Are you a maximalist? Are you a minimalist? Do you like declutter videos? I always want to know what it is you guys want to see. And I also want to know like how we relate and how we don't relate. It's interesting. We're friends. I like to talk. I like to chit chat. So let's chit chat down below in the comments. I love to answer you guys and I love to talk to you guys. Now, I don't know about you, but in the change of seasons, like when it goes from very cold to warm or vice versa, I get very red around my face. My facialist has told me that it's because I'm so dry in the winter that I'm using heavier products. And then in the spring when it shifts and like when we're in this like weird in-between moment, it's 60 degrees today, but it was 30 degrees 2 days ago. I need to start using lighter serums and I have been using a lighter serum, but my skin's just like not adjusting yet. I don't know. I'm not a dermatologist anyway, but I do get these I get red splotchy blotchies and I've also been like so stressed at work. Work has been like unbelievably stressful. When I'm stressed, this is how my body reacts. I just get red and blotchy splotchy and I get rashes. So one of my beautiful subscribers here, she's not, wouldn't even refer to her as a subscriber. She's my friend Faith, told me to buy the Cicapair. This is a green color correcting treatment. I don't know why I always sniff it. It smells a little minty. I think it has tiger grass in it. So it's supposed to neutralize redness and protect skin, improves the appearance to be more vibrant. I honestly always take it from the cat because there's always some in here, and I'm just gonna pick it up with my little hourglass brush and it goes on green, but then it kind of like blends into your skin and ends up looking like skin. So I hope you can see. I'm gonna do one side of my face and show you, but I'm just picking it up really lightly, gently, not too much product. And I kind of use this as concealer slash foundation. I mean, honestly, that's how I use every concealer in my life, as a concealer slash foundation. And it gives a little bit of like a healthy glow to the skin, but more importantly, it just kind of like calms, ooh, that was a lot. It kind of just like calms the redness without irritating it more. Because, you know, sometimes when your skin is irritated and red, the makeup that you put on over it just makes it even more red and irritated. This is really nice. It smells really nice. Okay, so that is one half of my face. Can you just see? It's like a really, really light veil. It's just a little less red here than it is over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the other side. I don't use this every single day, but I do oftentimes use this the most in the spring. Like, I don't know what it is. Mike and I always go to Napa around April because we go for my birthday. Every time we go to Napa, it's that like shift in the season where it's going from cold to warm. And my skin is just like always a mess. And I always thought, and it still might be too, like I think that the sulfur or sulfites in wine contributes to it. I think it's really like the air, like it's the change in the temperature. That is what gets my skin a-going. But there you go. It's really light. You could put this all over your face and just use this as a foundation if you are someone where you suffer from redness. But a great recommendation. I absolutely love this. Mike and I are actually going away tomorrow, but I will be back by the time that this video goes up. And so I'm definitely gonna be bringing this with me to our warm weather vacation because I'm so sick of going away in the spring and not being able to wear makeup because my skin is a mess. I'm gonna go in with this bronzer. I like never use this. I did wear this a lot for a long time, but this is the Laguna bronzer. I kind of want to revive this. I don't know. Always use this for some reason with this It Cosmetics brush. It is a powder brush, but I use it with this cream product and I'm just gonna stamp in. And I like to start on my chin just because it's easy to blend on your chin and you can't really see if you make a mistake. And I kind of want to get the brush nice and primed, the bronzer, but I haven't been using cream at all. I've just been such a powder girly. I don't know what has gone into me. I've just been using a lot of powders. Like I haven't been using any cream bronzer. I haven't been using any cream blush, which is like actually wild to me because I have so many cream blushes, we all know. I think with the summer coming, you know, slowly but surely, I think it's time to get back into cream products just because I kind of miss them. Like I've literally just been using my Laguna bronzer, which I'm still going to use today to set, well, you know, this is Laguna bronzer too. This is very confusing. I've been using my Laguna powder bronzer. And my favorite blush of all time, the Sephora collection one, this is in Flirted Up. I've just been using those two and I haven't been using any creams, but I need to pin my hair back. I'm also going through my spring clothes, which there is going to be a declutter coming at you because I'm sharing all of my purge with you. But I'm like going through my clothes and I do this thing where before I commit to the declutter, I kind of just like try and wear clothes that I normally don't wear, this top being one of them, and I kind of like hate it. I don't know, I just feel like I'm too small for this kind of a shirt, like too petite up top. I love the colors. I'm definitely a blue girl, but I just don't feel like an oversized button down does it for me. Sorry, I'm very chatty today. I've just been having like not the greatest last couple days, so I don't know what it is, but I love hitting record and then talking to you guys. So I'm just a little chatty Cathy. Again, I'm just stamping this over all of the areas, putting some into the crease of my eye, but all of the areas that I normally just bronze. But this is a really pretty color. It's like not too orange, not too red. It's just really, really nice. And I do like this. I just don't find that this is like so user friendly. I don't know. Maybe that's just like a me thing though. It gives a really nice wash because I use a fluffy brush. If you were to use a denser brush, it would be a little bit more concentrated, but we all know. I am someone where I just like a blown out kind of makeup look that's not too intense. And everything just kind of like blends together. I think I want to use this because I think this is a good in-between. This is the Rose Quartz by OG. This is a blush. I just feel like it's a really pretty like spring blush, you know? Could be summery, could be springy, but it's not as like summery as pink shades. I have very peachy shades that I like to wear in the summer. So I find like this is a good in-between. So I'm gonna pick this up. Oh my God, I can't even tell you the last time I used a cream blush. This is like wild. And I'm just gonna pat it in the back of my cheek. Look at that color. Oh my God, so pretty. Now I'm kind of doing this a little bit out of whack. Like normally I would put concealer down first, but I feel inspired to just go with the flow. And this is how the flow is pulling me. Oh, that's so pretty though. Look at that. That is a cheek. And I think this color looks so beautiful with this blue top. I'm gonna use my Dior Backstage just because this is my favorite concealer. I've been using the Dior Forever Skin and it's really nice and I like it, but I like this one better. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this where I need a little extra coverage. Take my Farrah brush, A20FF, and I'm just gonna pat the concealer into my skin. Sorry, I'm looking past you, so if I look a little cross-eyed, I'm just looking into my vanity mirror that I can't believe I dropped. Did you guys watch that video? oh my God, what was it? My February favorites. I was showing you guys the shoes that I was wearing and I full on like karate kicked my mirror. It was like really terrible. And then Mike and I were obviously running to go see a house, as Mike and I usually do. And oh my God, I left and I thought that I broke my mirror and I was so upset. I somehow put her back together and I just need to be a little bit more thoughtful because she's on this little nesting table that I have and I'm just a little violent when I'm rushing. Honestly, I feel like I've been a little violent this whole week. I'm so excited for vacation. You guys have no idea. I need to get away. I need a break from the craziness. Why are people so crazy? And I just need to get away. I need to get away from my reality for a bit, check out, have a nice or several nice glasses of wine and just hang out like one-on-one romantical time with my husband. I'm very, very excited. I'm not very excited to be prancing around in a bikini. I will say that. But it is what it is. You know, I try to eat healthy. I try to be fit. And I love myself, but I'm also getting my period, which riddle me that every single time Michael and I go on vacation, I have my period. What the hell is that? Every time. It's like kind of messed up. And you know, me, Miami, I want to be like a little thotty hottie on the beach. That's what I'm trying to go for because me and my one girlfriend were talking about this the other day, but it's just like COVID threw such a wrench in everyone's life and was such a terrible time. And sadly, a much more terrible time for some people than it was for others. But just like what it did mentally to me, like I lost the later half of my 20s. I was like 27, 28. And then like coming out of COVID, it was like I was like 31. And I don't really know what the point of me saying this was, but I used to dress up like a hottie toddy in my 20s and then COVID happened and I just feel like I look like, I don't know, why do I want to say a mole, but a comfy mole in like my pajamas 24/7. So I rented a bunch of like sexier revealing dresses from Rent the Runway. Rent the Runway is so good when you go on vacation. Where am I going in a hotsy-totsy dress in my real life? So like that doesn't need to take up space in my real life. Just in the topic of decluttering, like I don't need that to take up my space. That doesn't need to be a clutter that I need to commit to. I can rent them and then send them back. So I have a bunch of like thotty dresses that I'm wearing to Miami. All of this to say that I'm gonna be busting out those dresses because I'm gonna be so bloated with my period. It's just not right. But I mean, it is what it is. Better I have my period than I don't have my period, if you know what I mean. That looks a little splotchy blotchy. So I kind of want to go over the blush and I think I'm going to go over it with this color because those kind of look similar enough. I'm going to take my Hourglass brush. I'm going to take the smaller side and I'm just going to pat over top of my blush just to like set it and make it a little bit punchier. Let me ask you a question. Would you pick this out of a lineup, this color? I'll tell you one thing, I would not. And the fact that my sister's boyfriend bought this little, what was it? It's like a post-advent calendar and this was in it. Like I would never in a million years pick this color, but my God, this has been my favorite blush since I opened it. So I'm curious. I don't need any more makeup. We know I'm in the era of decluttering, but I'm curious to try more of their colors. This blush is so good. It stays on all day. I don't know how much it is, but I will link it down below. I can't imagine that it's like too expensive because it's Sephora brand. So it's not like NARS prices, Pat McGrath prices. It's so pretty. Ah! Stunning. All right, the brow pencil of the century. This is the Honeybee Gardens Fine Point Brow Pencil in Walnut. I absolutely love this. It is my favorite brow pencil. I just think like the color is so good. If I go in a little bit too heavy-handed, I don't look too crazy because the color is just so forgiving for me. So I'm just gonna brush the brows up, fill them in, and then let's throw a lip on, and then we can go through my eyeshadow collection. All right, brows are on. Let's move on to my lips and then we will go through all my eyeshadow palettes. I think I got rid of a lot because I have quite a few. This is way more than I use, but I thought I had more than I do. So I guess that's a good thing. I've been at least a little bit of a minimalist. What's the middle ground between a maximalist and a minimalist? I don't know, but somewhere in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna line my lips using this Thrive Cosmetics. This is the lip filler lip liner in Gislon. I'm just gonna use this color. I feel like this is a good, at least I hope, I don't know. Let's see. If it's not good, it's just makeup. We can take it off. I like this color. There's a lipstick that I do wanna wear. I just don't know if this is the lip liner for it. But I'm just gonna line my lips a little bit, like overdraw them on the bottom of the top. And then I wanted to wear this lipstick because I did not include this in my declutter because this was hiding in the abyss of all of the SHIT that I have. But again, Sephora collection, killing it. Did we all know that the Sephora collection was bomb and I just didn't? Sheer Shine Brilliance lipstick. And this is in the shade 07. I really, really like this. I like how it's a little twisty top and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. And it's really soft, really cushy. And I think that looks good with the blue. That's such a pretty color. Let's let this marinate into the lips, as we all know that I like to do, and let's go through my eyeshadow collection. This is not an eyeshadow, but I'm definitely keeping this. This is my NYX Sweet Cheeks. I love to just have a palette like this, especially when you're traveling because you pack more than one cream. This is just me. You do not need to do this. I actually went to Sephora a little while ago. I told you this, I was trying to match a blush that I own with a powder blush, a cream blush that I own with a powder, because I like to layer powder on top of creams. You don't need to do that though, just for some reason I do that. So I like to take this with me when I'm traveling because I can mix and match any of the powders in here to match one of the cream cheekies that I own, just to set it, forget it, and just make it a little bit punchier like we did today with this. Oh, I love this cheek. It's so, so good. So I'm not getting rid of that. This was a gift. I actually really like this palette. It's bulky. I'm really someone where I like not mini things. Like I love a mini lipstick. I think that they're cute, but I just like a staple size, like somewhere in between. This is just big and bulky, but my husband did get this for me. Pat McGrath. This is a beautiful palette. It has a lot of really fun colors and it has some really nice neutrals. Like this brown is nice. I love pinks. I love browns, so I will hold on to this and it's just really pretty to look at. I'm gonna part with this. I bought this at Ulta quite a few years ago. This is from Butter London. This is their Glazing Shimmering Eye Palette and it's so cute. I love the bird with the crown, but it's just like an eyeshadow palette of all shimmers. If I want a shimmer, a lot of the times I'll just reach for like a genuine highlighter, like a face highlighter, and put it in the center of my eye just for like a pop of something. So I'm gonna go ahead and gift this to one of my friends. Should we take my hair down? I don't know. I don't know what my hair is doing. I don't know what this shirt is doing. Do we think, should I keep the shirt or lose the shirt? I love Lorac. I think I'm gonna hold on to these just because they're so nostalgic. I think of my aunt. Pretty sure she gifted me this for my birthday one year when I was living with her. So this is the Lorac Pro palette. They're really nice shades. A lot of shimmers, again, so I really didn't need that standalone shimmer palette. Cool toned neutrals, taupes. I love this eyeshadow palette. I love how light it is, how thin it is. These are just staples, and they've been staples in my collection for years. I don't love this one as much. This one is the Pro Palette 3 lighter tones, but just a good staple to have, and so I'm not gonna get rid of her either. A lot of shimmers down here, mattes up here. I love the layout. I'm gonna give this to someone. This is not an eyeshadow palette either, but see, this is why I don't know what I have, because I have too many things and I'm so unorganized. This is a beautiful bronzer palette, so I think I'm gonna give this. I feel like this would be good for Katie, but this is from Lovecraft Beauty. I love Lovecraft Beauty, but I'm just like a die-hard NARS Laguna bronzer fan. So this is nice because it has 3 different shades, so you can use this when you're a little bit paler and then bump it up as you tan or whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and part with this. So exciting. I bought this because Tati Westbrook recommended this a really long time ago. I think this is discontinued, but this is the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis. I really like this. It's very summery. It's very fun. I like it. And so I'm gonna keep this one too. I'm definitely holding on to this. Tati Beauty no longer exists, and I am such a Tati Westbrook fan. I absolutely love this palette. It is stunning. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. And now that I'm looking at this, like I'm thinking like, should I get rid of some other things that I said I wasn't gonna get rid of? I don't know, but this is just, I love this. I wish Tati would bring Tati Beauty back and come out with this exact same palette again. This is the best eyeshadow palette I've ever owned. It's so good. The shimmers are so shimmery. I'm gonna get rid of this. This is Miami by Shayna B. Really cute palette. Like I love this size of a palette. It's so nice. I like the colors. I like that there are matte shades. I like that there are shimmer shades. I like the setup of this. I love the South Peach color though. It's so, so good. I don't know. Jeffree Star is just so controversial, so I don't really enjoy using his products here on my channel. I'm not pro, I'm not against. I'm actually like very uninformed, so I have no stance on Jeffree Star. But I really do like this palette though, and so him aside, I don't know if that's like bad, but I really like this palette. I'm not gonna get rid of it. This is the Morphe Jeffree Star palette. It's so pink, and it's like I just think I'm holding on to it because I'm a girl and I like pinks and I like pops of shimmers and I like color. So I'm not gonna get rid of this. I'm also not getting rid of either one of these. Jaclyn Hill, I love her eyeshadow palettes. Also, another controversial person. I used to really love Jaclyn Hill. I don't really follow along any of her content anymore, but I like her eyeshadow palettes. So I have Original. Oh, she's a creaky. That's how you know she's old and loved. But I have the Original, which is here, and I love it. And then I also have the Volume 2, which I also really love. It's just like a little lighter, brighter, more colorful. I'm gonna get rid of this. This I've had for a really long time, another Lorac palette. It's really pretty though. Look at all of the designs on it. This is such a nice palette, so compact, really beautiful to travel with. I love the colors. My favorite in here are Kitty Cat and Hot Toddy. Just such great eye-opening, eye-brightening eyeshadows, but I don't need this, and so I'm gonna get rid of it. I haven't used it in quite a bit. Last but not least, oh no, I have more in here, but I'm not gonna get rid of them because I actually use the 3 that I keep in my vanity. All the ones I'm showing you now were in my IKEA dresser, but I have these Il Makiage ones. Ugh, I don't know. I probably use this one more, but the purples in here are so, so nice. I'm just gonna keep them for now. I will revisit, but the more brown one is the real deal. And then this one is in Make Moves with the purple. So I am gonna keep those. You do not need this many eyeshadow palettes like I was saying. Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. Just like a great everyday staple. I love these colors. This is me in an eyeshadow palette. I just love a neutral yourself, but better, just like an elevated version of thyself is my kind of makeup look. These two NARS palettes that are discontinued, I will never get rid of them. The Wanted palette has always been one of my favorite palettes. It's just so pretty and it's so feminine, and I just love light peaches, I love light browns, and I love the sparkles. The NARS Skin Deep palette, like just a sexy palette. You can do so much with this. You can fill your brows in with this, you can contour with this, you can use it as eyeshadow, which is what it's intended for. It's just so good. It's so good. Let me go ahead. Let me put some things away and I will decide what it is I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna get rid of these 4 palettes right here. I'm gonna put these other ones away and again, decide which one is going to bless my face. I kind of want to use the Jeffree Star one, but I also kind of don't want to use Jeffree Star on camera. So let me sort out my feelings and then we can go forth. I've decided we're just gonna move forth with this one because I feel like out of all of them, it is the least controversial and the most spring-like. So again, this is the colors. This is the Lorac Pro eyeshadow palette 3, very like rose gold. I think it'll look really nice with this shirt. And yeah, no, we all know I'm not really an eyeshadow kind of gal, so I feel like these are some nice neutrals that will like add a pop of something but not too much something, because again, I just like to look like myself but a bit elevated. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with Cool Taupe, which is this color right here. And I'm gonna grab it on my Scott Barnes brush and let's see if she still got it. And I'm just gonna do what I always do, build up the crease. So I like to start in the outer third of my crease and then move on in to just blend back and forth in windshield wiper motions. And then I like to pull it up and then bring it under my eye. I'm not doing anything crazy. It's a really pretty color. It's like so subtle, but can you see how it just added a little bit of life to my eyes? So I'm gonna go in on this side as well. Do you guys wear eyeshadow? I really wanna know, because on a regular basis, I don't. Like I've gotten to the point where the most that I do is like I'll put I'll put bronzer into my crease just to like bring my eyes back into the mix like I'm doing right now with this eyeshadow. But that's like about as fanciful as I get. So I think it's kind of comical that I'm saving all of these eyeshadow palettes that I'm saving. But you know, I have collected quite a few of them over the years and I'm not ready to part with all of them. I like to have options for what God only knows. And honestly, you could just call it a day right there. That's really pretty. This terracotta shade right here is calling me. I love a terracotta. I'm gonna put her on the same brush and just like keep her, kind of like spot treat her right there and like pull her in towards, I'm kind of like pulling it on a slant towards the inner corner, but just keeping it out there. just to add a little bit of dimension right there. I did my eyes once. Jaclyn Hill came out with a palette, one of her palettes, I think the palette too. I recreated one of her makeup looks. The makeup looks are beautiful, but I recreated one of the looks that was in her eyeshadow palette campaign. And I'll never forget, I went to my parents and my sister was like, my sister loved it, but she was like, oh my God, you look like a flamingo. And I did. I looked like a flamingo. A lot of hot pink eyeshadow was applied for that look. But I'm gonna go into the dark brown shade right here on a more like a fluffy pencil brush. It's just like a little bit of a tighter brush, and I'm just gonna focus this on the lid. And what's so nice about these is that they are very pigmented, but they also are very blendable. So if you go in with too heavy of a hand, you can just take a fluffy brush and just really work them out. I'm gonna put it a little bit underneath, just like connecting the corner. And then you can also use your finger to blend. Very pretty. I know this is like a spring eyeshadow look, but this is like an eyeshadow look I would do on any given day. Honestly, when it comes to spring, like the things that I like to mix up in my makeup routine the most is a lip. I just can't be bothered to do this for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M575, and I'm just gonna lighten the edges. Now you could just like stop there. It's just like, you know, pretty, sculpted, kind of like gives you an elongated look because you have more dimension. Can you see how I kind of just like did this to my face, lifted my eyes a little bit? And I'm just gonna put a shimmery shade in the middle just cause I don't know why not. I feel like we've been talking about shimmery? I don't know, shades. We know what I'm saying. Without, even if we don't. Light gold shade right here. I'm just gonna pick it up with my finger. These are so buttery soft. And I'm just gonna pat it right in the center of my eye. Oof. Oof! Forgot how much I like this color. I feel like I always use this shimmer shade whenever I use this palette. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna go back in with my little pencil brush. I'm gonna pick up clay, just a little bit of this color right here. It's not as dark as the dark brown, and it's not as like light and cool as the cool taupe we put in the crease. And I'm just putting that where the shimmer meets the outer portion of my eye, just so that the shimmer is not taking up the whole eye. Oh yeah, I don't know. These are dusty, but like still perfection. Oh, I don't mind a dusty eyeshadow unless of course it's getting like all over me. Clay shade I just took on that brush, and I just want to put it like underneath my lash line and like smoke it out. Just like that. I don't know. She says spring and then she does the smoky eye, but I feel like a smoky eye is good all year round. Just like so. I have a little bit of fallout, so I'm just gonna take another clean fluffy brush, floof it off. Let's throw some brow gel into the brows to take any of the eyeshadow that may have fluffed into it. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. So pretty. And then do we need a little bit of highlighter? I'm gonna use my Resi by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm sorry, this is discontinued. This is a cult classic, and I can't get enough of her. In the inner corner of my eye, just to give a little bit of light, a little bit of pop. I like to put it underneath my brow bone just to help shape and clean them up a little bit. Just a little pop-a-dat and a pop-a-dat between my brows to separate them a little bit. And just a tad on the Cupid's bow. Okay. I'm really just prolonging putting on mascara because I don't really want to, but I will. All right, let's use this. I'm going to Miami. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna wear mascara while I'm on vacation with my sexiful husband. So Lancome Lash Idol, it is. Oh, she's open. My favorite mascara when I wear mascara. This is the first time I've worn mascara all year. The first mascara application of 2025. That is nice. I haven't worn mascara in a really long time. And what I like about this mascara is that it just leaves them like really wispy, really natural. Like it's like you are wearing mascara, but it's not like spidery, clumpy mascara. It's just so good. It's so good. All right, my beautiful friends, and this is the finished makeup look. Do be sure to please let me know, what do we think about this? full honesty, whether we like it, whether we don't like it. I would love to know. I love mascara when I wear it, and I love eyeshadow when I put it on, but like, truth be told, first initial thought when I look at myself in the monitor, when I looked at myself in the mirror, is like, I'm wearing so much makeup. I just like to get in and out. I like to throw on a little bit of concealer, blush, bronzer, call it a day. But I don't know. I don't feel like myself in this very moment, but I am very excited for the bold brows that will continue all through the spring, all through the summer, because they are something that I live my life by, is a big bold brow. Do be sure to let me know, what are you most excited for in terms of spring makeup? I'm excited for the bright lips. I'm excited for the lighter air, and I'm excited to spend my spring summer with you. Make sure that we do that by making sure that you're subscribed. I love you guys so much. Let me know, how many eyeshadow palettes do you own? Do you own a lot? Are you a minimalist? Are you a maximalist? I would love to hear. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again, and I really hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.